So, welcome to our class once again. So, by the way, right now in our sociology, general sociology, we are already in our chapter 4 and prelim exams are already approaching. And last chapter, we tackle about culture, right? And right now, we are going to tackle about society and social interaction. So, gaano ba ka-importante yung society natin and social interaction in connection sa sociology? Di ba last part sa atin is culture? And right now, we have, again, society and social interaction. Kasi po, society and culture, hindi mahihiwalay, di ba? Sabi ko nga doon, it's inseparable. So, right now, ano ba yung nagkukonekta sa dalawang yan, society and culture? Yan na po yung social interaction. So, ito yung nagkukonekta sa mga tao, sa kultura natin at sa society, yung how we interact in our culture. So, yung learning objectives natin is we're going to tackle about types of societies, theoretical perspective in society, social construction, and reality. So, let's start with the types of society kasi there's no uniform society kasi lahat ng society natin ngayon is iba-iba. So, ano yung society by the way once again? So, sabi pa nga dito, society is a group of people who live in a definable community and share the same culture. So, hindi po, lahat po ng community po pala ay culture. If the people there, are living in the same area. So, yan yung society po. Society na po yan. Mostly kasi, relatable kasi yung idea ng community tsaka culture. Okay po? So, sabi nga dito, it consists of people and institution around there sharing the same belief. So, yan na po yung culture. Tama po? So, di ba yung culture sharing the same belief, idea, tama po, cultural ideas. Typically, more advanced society share political authority. So, sabi po nga po na lahat talaga ng society may culture and oftentimes, meron silang political authority in that culture. Ano yung political authority natin? Example, sa Marawi, aside sa governors, we do have datus and bae. So, yun yung po yun. So, hindi mo mahiwalay talaga yung society culture and many of these community and political authority. Meron po talaga yan. And let's start about what is pre-industrial societies. So, before, yung pre-industrial societies, ito na kasi yung before industrialization. So, ngayon, meron tayong mga machines, pero dati, noon, yung societies is maliliit. In rural, urban na karamihan ngayon, and dependent lang po sa local resources o yung resources po na nakikita lamang sa locality nila o sa lugar nila. So, let's have first this hunter-gatherer. So, ano yung hunter-gatherer society? So, sila po yung mga type ng society more than 10,000 to 12,000 years ago na umaasa po sa mga nahunt nila kasi po hunter-gatherers. At ano yung nadadala nila? Yung hinahunt nila, yun yung dinadala nila. Ano yung hinahunt nila? Of course, mga animals. Naghahanap sila ng mga plants sa malayong lugar, tsaka dinadala nila. They hunt, and at the same time, they gather ano yung nakikita nila. The next type of society is pastoral. Pastoral societies. So, ano yung pastoral societies po? So, in hunter, nag-hunt sila. Ito po, siguro nag-hunt din sila, pero they rely on domestication animals. So, binubuhay po nila yung animals, siguro dito na nag-start yung herding. Ito na po, herding societies, Inaalagaan na po nila yung animals, So, ang kaibahan po sa hunter-gathering is pinapatay nila yung mga hayop. Sa pastoral, may chance pa po na somehow binubuhay po nila yung hayop. Inaalagaan. Dito mo nauso yung herding and domestication. It was more than 7,500 years ago po yung pastoral. Next thing is society is horticulture. Ito po yung around the same time that pastoral societies arise. Nag-arise din po yung horticulture. So, ano ba to dito? So, dinidevelop nila yung capacity ng people to grow and cultivate plants. So, dito po first nag-emerge talaga yung to grow and cultivate plants. So, dito sa horticulture society na to. Pero isa pa dito sa horticulture society na to is that depletion of regions of water forces societies to relocate in search for food. Pero nga po, for their livestock, yung nga po dito hindi pa talaga nauso o hindi pa talaga dyan ka-develop yung another type of society which is agricultural. Which is, no, sabi pa nga dito, relies on permanent tools for survival. Okay, so dito na po yung nauso yung tools for digging. Okay, ano yung dinidig? Of course, dinidig yung lupa, hose. No, kasi talagang agriculturally na mayroon ng gamit talaga for agriculture. And then, siguro ang kadiferensyahan dito sa horticulture, hindi pa uso dati yung mga tools. Dito pa ho talaga na uso agricultural. It's around 3000 BC po. No, ito yung explosion of new technology as agricultural revolution made for farming. Dito na po nauso yung farming for profit. So, in my own understanding, I think, dito na uso yung farming talaga. Parang naging siya sa mga occupation ng mga tao. Parang nakapokus na rin sa, dito na yung nauso yung fertilizer, pag-fertilize, and bigger supplies of food. The next type of society, siguro naririnig natin ito feudal. No? Maybe feudal system or ganito. So, ano yung type of society? It's 9th century gave rise. So, 9th century po. This society is contained a strict hierarchical system of power based on land ownership. Okay po. So, siguro nakikita natin yung mga tao ba na ang lalaki ng lupa. Opo, ang lalaki ng ektarya ng lupa. Dito na po nauso yun. Yung mga word po na kung ano yung nakita mo, sa akin yan, ako ang pamamayari yan. Dito na po nauso yung pag-acquire ng lupa ng mga tao. Po parang nilolord nila yung lupa at saka pinag-aarian na po nila yung lupa. No, sabi po nga dito, they shall promise to fight their lords. So, siguro dito na yung nangyari yung agawan ng lupa. So, all in all, ito po yung mga pre-industrial society, before industrialization. Maliit lang po sila. Mayroon tayo hunter-gatherer, pastoral, horticulture, and agricultural, and feudal. The next type of society po is industrial society. So, ito na po sa 18th century. Europe experienced dramatic rise of technological invention. So, dito na po yung technology. The arise, known as the era of industrial revolution. So, dito na po yung steam power. Meron na po tayong mga kuryente. One of the result of increased productivity and technology. The rise of urban centers, di ba? Sa pre-industrial natin, rural po. Rural pa yung setting. Ngayon na po, we do have urban centers na po. Nasa urban setting na po tayo. It was during 18th and 19th centuries po na rin po na give birth to sociology. So, yun po. Next is, of course, we do also have post-industrial society. So, the more advanced than industrial. So, ito na po yung information societies. Also known as post-industrial or digital system. So, unlike industrial societies are rooted in production kasi parang goods lang eh. Parang goods lang, yung pagkain. Ngayon po, especially ngayon na kasi ito na society eh. Itong post-industrial natin, it's the rise of information. So, ano ba tayo ngayon? Social media. It's more information. Information po yung nararise po ngayon. Siguro dati-dati, wala namang TV, walang cellphone, walang signal. So, ngayon din po nag-rise yung economy o information, driven knowledge. So, isang tip lang sa kamay mo, may information ka na sa social media. And power lies on charge of storing information. Kaya po siguro ngayon nauso yung mga fake news po. Ang dali pong kumalat po ng fake news ngayon. So, also we do have theoretical perspective in society. Here we have Emile Durkheim and functionalism. So, ano yung idea dito in connection sa functionalism? And we do have Durkheim called communal beliefs, moral attitude, a society collective conscience. So, sabi pa nga dito, society was greater. Ito yung idea ng functionalism po. Society was greater than the sum of its part. Hindi po tayo nakapokus sa isang part lang po. Tinitignan po natin lahat ng part. Example, sa body natin, we have a lot of systems sa body natin. We have reproductive system, nervous system, central nervous system, peripheral nervous system. So, ang dami pong parts natin as a whole. Okay po, as a whole po. And sa tao rin, society, it calls them society the collective conscience. So, Durkheim also believed that social integration or strength of ties of people have their social group. So, ito rin po yung social integration. So, pag grupo-grupo lang po, so it becomes integrated. So, talaga nga po numbers don't lie. 2 is better than 1 po. So, the more integrated we are, as a group, no, the more natin na-understand na it is a key factor of life. Example sa yung basic unit talaga natin, no, as society is that we believe in a family, in a idea of family, na dapat talaga there is a unity. So, pre-industrial societies, there can be explained, were held together. Mechanical societies. So, ano po yung mechanical society? It's a type of social order maintained by collective conscious of culture. Mechanical solidarity is an act of mechanical passion. Things are done mostly because they have always been done that way. So, sabi pa nga dito, because they have always done that way. So, ano po yung nakalagian, no, nakagawian, no, ginagawa po. So, nagiging solid tayo sa mga bagay-bagay na ito napapractice na po to, ito nagagawa na to. So, things are done almost because they have always been done that way. So, since effective naman to, okay naman to, so that's mechanical solidarity po. So, how about organic solidarity? Social order based upon the acceptance of economic and social differences. So, ito po, may diversity na po nangyayari dito. Okay, so, dito na po na yung organic solidarity, dito na po na-emphasize yung idea that mayroon talaga yung pagkakaiba. Hindi porket gumagana yan sa inyo, gagana din yan sa society na to. Okay po, so that's organic po. Emphasizing acceptance, okay po, and our differences. Because people, even twins po, do have differences. And while transition from mechanical to organic, nagkakameron tayo ng anomy. So, ano yung anomy? Problema po to eh. Sabi pa nga dito, normlessness or lawlessness. No, kasi nga, example, ano yung nakagawian, tapos may nagbago, may nag-iba. So, nagkakaproblema. So, bakit hindi ka sumusunod sa norm natin? Di ba yung norm, how people see as normal, kaya na po norm. So, nagkakameron ng anomy, parang, hindi yan normal sa'yo. So, new normal yan. Ha? Katulad natin ngayon, no? New normal tayo. Nag-iba talaga. So, ito yung idea ni, whole idea ng functionalist po ni Emil Durkheim. How about Karl Marx and conflict theory? Kasi, sa kanya to eh. Sa kanyang Communist Manifesto, itong conflict theory. So, according to Marx, society's construction were predicted upon the idea of base and superstructure. So, for Marx, it is base economy that determines what society be like. So, yung superstructure, sila yung government, family, religion, yung talagang structure talaga po, na nasa taas. Kasi nakita natin ito lang yung nasa taas talaga. How about base? So, ito yung base po. Additionally, Marx saw conflict, primary means of change. Economically, he saw conflict existing between the owners of means of production, the bourgeoisie. So, paano ba ito basahin? Bourgeoisie. And the laborers bourgeoisie, and proletariat. Okay, so, yung mga owners po, yung mga social sa buhay, sila yung mga bourgeoisie. How about the laborers? They are the proletariat po. Okay po? So, ito na po yung idea ni Marx na, so, more economic kasi po si Karl Marx. Yun po, ito yung nakikita niya kasi sa society na more economic kasi, nakita niya kasi, pag tumatanong kasi tayo sa mga economists, sinasabi nila kasi na money is the bloodline of our society. Maybe, sa half-truth naman, naniniwala naman ako dyan, ito yung nakikita ni Karl Marx, ito yung idea niya, na meron talagang dictatorship of bourgeoisie. Okay, na mga dictator lagi daw yung mga bourgeoisie. Kasi sila yung nag-own sa means of production, tapos, ini-exploit nila yung proletariat. Ito yung idea niya na nagkakameron ng conflict. Kasi, dating daw yung panahon pag nakita na doon ng proletariat na inaabuso na sila, parang ginagamit lang sila ng bourgeoisie, ito na po yung dictatorship na po yan. At nagkakameron na po ng conflict theory. Dan yung papasok yung conflict theory. So, ito po sa A po, si Karl Marx at si Friedrich Engels. Isa sila sa mga proponent talaga nitong proponent ng conflict theory po. So, Marx described modern society. Ngayon po, modern ngayon. So, until now po, nakikita natin na nagwewelga sa labas, yung may nagrarally. Conflict po yan kasi nakikita ng mga nagrarallyista na may mga oligarchs na po. So, ano yung nakita nila Karl Marx? So, here's alienation refers to condition in which individual isolate and divorce from her society, work, and sense of self. So, para pong nahiwalay na daw yung individual sa society nila kasi meron na pong class eh. No, class structure and status. So, ano yung, may types tayo ng alienation na kinasify nila Marx. First is alienation from the product of one's labor. So, ano ba to? An industrial worker does not have opportunity to relate to the product. Example po, pinapagawa lang tayo pinapasimple lang tayo ng yung other part ng factory na to ng cellphone at pinapaganda na naman sa other country. So, example dito, hindi daw nakikita ng worker ng sasakyan yung the rest of the car kasi nga ginagamit lang siya and wala talagang fulfillment eh. So, nagkakaroon siya ng alienation sa produkto na ginagawa niya na meron siyang contribution dyan. Example, pinapagawa ka lang ng gulong. Hindi mo talaga nakikita yung kung saan niya ginagamit, kung sa mga engranding kotse ba yan, walang fulfillment. You become alienated sa ginagawa mong produkto. Example, sa cannery worker. Nung hindi talaga nakikita nila yung finished product ng ano yung finished product talaga. So, walang fulfillment. So, alienation from process of one's labor. So, ano ba to? A worker does not control the conditions of her job because she does not own the means. If a person is hired, so, kung ano lang po yung inuutos. So, hindi ka nakaka-innovate. Gusto mo talaga ng pagandahin to, ano yung makabuti. Pero kasi utusan ka eh. Para kang utusan dito eh. Hindi mo control yung process. You become alienated to the process. Kahit pa ikaw yung may alam kung paano gawin yung process. Kasi inuutusan ka lang eh. So, wala kang freedom. There is a divorce in your work from the process of one's labor. So, next is alienation from others. So, sa nakikita natin ngayon, employees for times like bonuses and job security. So, sa mga workers kasi ngayon, parang na-alienate na sa iba kasi nga, meron na po talagang po tinatawag ng competition sa trabaho. And we cannot deny that po competition. No? Okay po. Meron talaga po nangyayaring competition. The next thing is, we do have alienation from oneself. Final outcome of this realization, loss of connectivity between worker and her occupation. So doon na po, nawawala na po ng gana, kasi economic aspect po kasi itong example sa trabaho. Pag nangyayari itong tatlong to, isa, dalawa, tatlo, here comes the final outcome, alienation from oneself. Nawawalan ka na ng gana sa trabaho mo. Okay? Kasi nga, wala kang freedom. Utusan ka lang. Ito yung feels. So, yan yung naisip nila, na concept nila, Marx. So, still ngayon, so applicable po. Nakikita natin sa society natin and talagang it's indeed a theory po na hanggang ngayon applicable pa yun. Another idea of Marx developed the concept of false consciousness. So, ito yung false consciousness is a condition in which beliefs, ideas, and ideology of a person are not in person's own interest into ideology dominant of the class. So, ito na po, pag example kasi, pag sa economic system kasi, yung bourgeoisie and proletariat, of course, hindi talaga madideny na mayroon pong class structure. Mayroon pong boss. Mayroon po tayong boss. Oftentimes, yung mga ideas po ng boss, ini-inflict po sa mga proletariat na i-inflict. So, ito na po yung false consciousness. Binibigyan nyo ng consciousness na false po, that not in their best own interest. Okay po? In order for society to overcome false consciousness, Marx proposed that it will be replaced with class consciousness. So, awareness of one's rank po. Dapat po malaman natin kung saan yung lugar natin na talagang hindi pwede to. We can do what also people can do po. Okay po? So, ito yung condition and solution na nakikita nila Marx. Dapat po aware ka. Na aware ka nga na nangyayari na pala yan, inaabuso ka na pala. You must be aware, you must be conscious in the class. Alam dapat natin kung saan tayo yung karapatan po natin. So next is Weber's Symbolic Interaction. Okay? So ano yung symbolic interaction ni Weber, ni Max Weber po? Weber's primary focus on the structure of society lay in the elements of class, status, and power, similar to Marx. Similar din po pala yung ka-Marx. Weber saw class as economically determined. So, economic din siya po based. Society, he believed, was split between owners and laborers, status and hand based on the non-economic factors such as education, system, and religion. Both status and class determine individual power and influence over ideas. Kasi po, kung natakil po natin yung, remember nyo pa yung symbolic interactionism, it's how people communicate. So, how people communicate? It's through ideas. Okay? It's through ideas, through education, kinship, and even religion. So, ito yung nakikita ni Max Weber. Meron pa siyang a hint po of economic. But then, how he see is symbolic interaction, how we interact symbolically by relating to ideas. Weber believed that these ideas form base of society. So yes, based on idea po kung paano natin yung nakukonvey yung idea natin through symbols. Kasi po, education nasa symbol, kinship as symbol, religion po. So, as Weber analysis of modern society centered on concept of rationalization. So, sabi pa nga dito, one built around logic and efficient rather than morality or tradition. So, dapat po talaga, ma-explain po talaga yan. Opo? So, sabi pa nga natin nung meron yung theory tayong tinakol na pag hindi mo yan ma-explain, baka hindi totoo yan. No, pag hindi yan logical, hindi yan rationalize, baka hindi totoo yan. Tradition lang pala yan at saka morality. So, dapat talaga logical siya po at efficient po. Yan yung naiisip po ni Max Weber po, how we interact. So, isa pang theory po dito is, as pa idea pala is, iron care. So, it is a culmination of industrialization and both industrialization and rationalization and the like result in what he referred to as iron cage. Ano ba itong iron cage? Which individual is trapped. So, natatrap na po sa bureaucracy. Okay po. Kasi nga po, sa bureaucracy natin, example, bureaucracy tayo ngayon, sa government, no, leads to sense of disenchantment of the world face. It's like final condition of humanity. Ito po yung nakikita ni Max Weber po na nagiging bureaucratic at naging ending na po pala. Sabi po nga dito, leads to final condition of humanity. So ano ba yung type of government natin ngayon? Isn't it bureaucratic or not? Bureaucratic po ba, di ba? Trapped by institution and bureaucracy po. Institutional po, example po. Hindi mo napaprocess yung papers mo sa one institutions lang. Pupunta ka talaga ng ibang institutions para maprocess yung papers mo. Bureaucratic pa. Sobrang nakukulong ka po sa sistemang yan ng society. No, open times, naisip sila natin, hindi siya logical, hindi siya efficient. Ang hina ng trabaho po. Okay po? So, ito po yung naisip ni Max Weber po, how we interact po, no, in people. How about social construction of reality? Social construction of reality, sabi pa nga ni society and sociologist Peter Berger and Thomas Lachman, the book po nila, sabi pa nga dito, mayroon sila idea na habitualization. They argue that society is created by humans and human interaction. O tama nga po. Kasi nga po, tayo yung bumubuo kasi ng society. Okay po. Ito yung idea niya na yung tao yung bumubuo ng society. No? Yung social interaction ng tao, naging society po or kultura. Ito yung tinatawag niyang habitualization. Another is, this is an example of the process of institutionalization, an act of implanting a convention or norm. Example po, yung isang programa naging institutionalized la. It is a convention of norm into society. So, meron na po siyang norm, mayroong batas na, may rules na po. Bear in mind that institution while socially constructed is still quite real, even until now po. Another way of looking this concept is through W.I. Thomas, notable Thomas Turing, which, if men define situation as real, they are real in their consequences. So, naniniwala po ba kayo dito? Pag yung situation mo daw, totoo po daw, no, but if you define your situation as real, totoo siya. No, pero paano kung hindi siya totoo? So, kaya nga po, theory lang po siya. Next is self-fulfillment prophecy. So, sikat po to na it's familiar po na Robert K. Merton po. Merton explains that with the self-fulfillment prophecy, even false idea can be true if it is acted upon. So, nakakatakot po ng self-fulfilling prophecy po, no? So, ano yung sinabi ng isang tao, pinagagawa niya, o ng mga tao, lalo na pag marami na pong gumagawa nito, naging katotohanan na po. Okay po, so, maybe we can mapapasa dito yung abortion and anti-abortion. Pag ginagawa na po daw yan ng karamihan, no, pag may acted upon na po, pag nagiging okay na po yan. So, naniniwala po ba kayo dyan? Ay, okay na to kasi ginagawa naman ng karamihan, and it becomes self-fulfilling kasi pinupulfill naman nila sa sarili nila, totoo na yan. So, indeed, truth, no, is hard to find, but we can find it. So, right now, we're going to move on to our role and status. So, itong mga theory na to, in society na to, paano siya nagagampanan in connection sa topic natin in society and social interaction. How we interact. Paano papasok yung interact? Paano natin papasukan? Paano tayo makapasok dyan? Ito na po yung idea ng roles and status. Nakakapasok na tayo dyan sa mga roles natin. So example, nakakapag-interact ka sa anak mo kasi ama ka. Example, ito yung roles are patterns of behavior we recognize, no? That are representative to one person as social status. So, meron kang role, ginagampanan. Ano yung status? Describe as responsibilities and benefits of person experiences according to the rank. So, yung role, ginagampanan mo, at yung status, since may role ka, ano yung status mo? Ano yung ranking mo? Example, yung role mo, anak ka ba? Ama ka ba? Yung status mo, no? Ito yung responsibilities na meron na po siyang rank. Okay, meron na po siyang rank po. We have two types of statuses. First is the ascribe. You do not select. So, na-acquire mo siya. No, na-acquire mo siya. Hindi mo siya pinili. No, hindi mo siya pinili. Somehow, mga inborn kasi ito ng yung acquire, oftentimes inborn siya ng mga status. Example, anak ka. Or maging matanda ka. Maging lalaki ka, babae ka. Hindi mo siya pinili kasi ascribe siya sa'yo eh. Next is achieve status. Ano yung achieve? Yung by choice mo, pinaghirapan mo talaga, may ginawa ka dyan, no? Nangyari, example, naging self-made millionaire ka, naging professional ka, naging cum laude ka, ano pang, naging dropout ka, ito pa, naging dropout pa, sali pa yung dropout. One person can be associated with a multitude of roles. So, even a single status such as student has a complex role set. Are you roles? So, ito yung tawag dyan. Role set. Ang daming mong roles kasi habang estudyante ka, maybe working student ka, maybe anak ka, or maybe may anak ka, so, ang daming mong role. That's your role set. Kasi, lahat talaga ng tao, I think, lalo na pag adult stage ka na, ang daming mo ng role, hindi lang isa. Next is, if there is too much role, pag ang dami mo ng role po sa buhay mo, role strain. Pag yung dami ng karamihan ng roles mo na po, nagko-conflict na po, no? Ama ka na, anak ka pa, nag-aaral ka pa, ano ka pa, nagtitinda ka pa, ang dami mo ng role, nagkakaroon na po ng conflict. Ang hirap na pong ang isabay, nagkakaroon na ng contradictory, hindi na nagkakampanan yung role mo. At in connection to that, self-interaction, how we interact, yung self natin, kasi tayo our self-interact, no, ourself. So how we relate ourselves to people in terms of interaction. Here's our role performance. Is how a person express her role. Ito lang. Paano mo i-express yung role mo? Paano mo siya piniperform? So, that's your role performance. Okay? The next thing is glass-looking self. We base our image on what we think people see. So, kung feeling natin, alam natin na ito yung nakikita ng tao sa atin, ito yung ginagampanan natin. We imagine how we must appear to others. Para tayong self-conscious. Oftentimes kasi, meron tayong pinagagawa ng mga bagay, even yung identity natin, kasi nga, feeling natin, ito yung nakikita ng tao sa atin. So, we become po self-seeking person, people pleaser. Piniplease natin sila. So, ikaw, tanungin kita, how do you present yourself to other people? Is it in role performance or is it the looking glass self of Charles Cooley? So, thank you po sa klase natin. I hope you learned something on the class. Fun thing po talaga. No? Ang ganda pong pag-study ng sociology po. So, salamat po.